And one of your passions when you weren't working, which you were working a lot of hours, and Wayne and I respected that and always admired your work ethic. And, it's because of your leadership in our lives, we became hard workers and work worth doing, as Teddy Roosevelt would say. And but one of the things you really enjoyed, and maybe that was maybe it was born from your involvement in the Coast Guard, but you really loved boating. And we talked a little bit about that earlier. But you mentioned you had a 27-foot Chris Craft. I've got some pictures here of a 35-foot Romer steel hull and I think it was a 41-foot, maybe 42-foot Chris Craft double cabin. Tell us a little bit about your boats from chronologically, what you can remember and what you liked about them and kind of favorite moments.
We never, could afford to get a brand new boat, and we'd get one that needed some tender loving care. And the first cabin cruiser was a 27-foot Chris Craft, wooden boat, of course, and enjoyed it a lot. And that's the one that we got involved in the heavy storm up in the Straits of Mackinac. And then from there we went to a 35-foot Romer, a steel hull.
What they use as fenders on that before you bought that?
They used old black tire casings. We couldn't scrub the black marks off. Had to paint the whole thing because of it. That boat we took. Your mother and I took you and a friend, and Wayne and a friend, and we came from Holland into Manistee just as the marina was closing. And I said, "Are you still open where we can get gas?" He looked at the boat and he said, "A Romer, huh? Steel hull? Yeah. Yeah, how far did you come, Holland? I'll open back up for that." Because of that thirsty. Then we had, the boat that we had in Escanaba that you were on, that was that Shepherd or?
That was the Chris Craft, or was that the Romer? Or I mean the Richardson.
Richardson's a big sedan. We felt it was nice, we'd go out and sleep overnight on it on a weekend or something, and to have the additional room, and that was a nice boat. And then we sold that and bought a 41-foot Chris Craft. And after the Chris Craft, we bought a new 40. We got a new boat, and it was a 40-foot trawler, and we enjoyed it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. And the nicest thing that anyone could say to me, we took it to Saugatuck to stay overnight and have dinner there, and we didn't take any shore cords or anything. And somebody walked past and looked at the boat and looked at us and said, "Is that an antique boat that you're redoing?" And I thought, hot dog. I got a traditional boat.
There was one really scary moment for our family when we were on the boat. I was a little tyke, and I fell in the water. Do you recall that?
I'll never forget it.
Well, tell us a little bit about that and what happened.
I'll never forget it. Jeff went up to the bathroom or something and come back, sat on the dock, and put his feet on the boat, and the boat moved away, and down he went into the water. And I out of there, and it's all I could see, because Lake Bankatow is not clear water, was see the top of that red head, and I jumped right in and grabbed it and come back up and treaded water, and somebody else laid on the dock and pulled Jeff out, and then me. And we were having our dinner in the boat. I got back in, and Jeff, to somebody, Wayne or his mother, something, "Jeff, you got to be careful," or made some statement. And we said, "Well, I got to see the bottom anyway."
And I couldn't swim at that age. I couldn't swim. So Dad saved my life. That was a monumental moment. There's something here that we're going to go off topic here, but here's an envelope, and it's labeled from Dad and Sylvia. Dad was my grandpa Ted, and my grandma Sylvia to Ken, to my dad here. I want you to open this up and read this, and very interesting.
Excuse me. Ken, when you were real small, so don't remember how old you were, oh, excuse me, but you wanted to go into banking. And you started with this penny. Excuse me. This is how you got the good start. This is a penny that I swallowed as a baby. This is a penny that I swallowed as a baby. They called the doctor, and the doctor laughed and said, "Oh, I guess he's going to be a banker." Excuse me. So, anyway, he said, "Just watch, you pass it." And so this made the rounds. This is a penny that I swallowed once upon a time.
And either Grandpa and Grandma had the privilege of finding that. It's hard to tell a year on it, but I'm sure an expert probably could tell. But it's the first time I've ever seen it. It's on Pontiac Stenopad, Elhart Pontiac, and it had the GTO emblem, the Firebird emblem, and the People's State Bank. Call Robert Rickson and William Unk. So this must have been provided by People's State Bank with our logos at the time.